Hi traders, good morning. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. If you would like to support our community, check out elitecurrency.com review at Forex Peace Army, and we'll be happy to see your review there. And let's take a look at the markets now. All right, so this is the euro dollar, and we're looking at the 4-hour chart at the moment, and price is basically building some type of triangle or consolidation here at a pretty high spot. Very big up momentum, of course, bringing price from 110 to 112.50. I personally think it could be a bigger bouncing spot for a leg lower and a retest of this area right in here, and maybe a head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders here, with this being the left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. So I think that this could be, if there is a breakout, then that could lead to price falling to 111, and that could be then a bouncing spot. If I put a fib from this bottom to this very top, then I think that the 61.8 fib could be a level where price might stop. Now, in my previous video, I showed my full SWAT method, and there was a comment, and it's a fair criticism that it's quite a lot of indicators, or too many, I think that the comment was. And that's a fair criticism indeed, but keep in mind that SWAT does have like 3 different ways of trading. It is basically wave trading, it is discretionary trading, and rules-based strategies. So with rules-based strategies, we don't use all of the indicators that you see. This is the simple version. Also depends on your experience level. So we show different kind of ways of tackling the market, from more beginners all the way to more experienced. But the advantage of it is that you just have basically more confidence in the trading. The base of the SWAT trading is moving averages and fibs, basically. And with these candles, there's more confidence for, I think, beginner trader to stay in trades, swing trades, because you can see the momentum is on your side, right? So you don't get kind of distracted by small movements. So downside, very clear. Retracement trade, maybe, yes. So that helps, I think. That's the basis. So when I showed my charts last time, it was indeed quite complicated, but it is just one way of trading. And there's a very rich approach in SWAT with a lot of methods. So at this moment, candles are blue, and therefore there could be an upside continuation on the euro dollar. So if it breaks above 112.50, yes, there could be a move up to the minus 270 target and a minus 61.8 target here at 113.10 and then 113.86. Also a level to keep in mind maybe is around 113.50. Ultimately, euro dollar remains, if it does move up, it just remains in a range. So it could easily hit this resistance and then make a bounce down again. Let's not forget that, of course. And you can see how rangy it is. Every time price made a new low, or attempted to break to the downside, there was a strong upside, and it happened again, actually. So for the moment, these daily candles, though, looking like 2 dojis with big wicks on top. From that perspective, I do expect a bounce and then a bounce like that rather than a breakout, personally. So let's see if it pushes through like that. If the price moves lower, how it moves lower. I'm looking for an ABC correction. And then let's see if there are bullish candlestick patterns here at the 61.8 fib for a move higher towards this area. And that area, once again, I expect to be a bouncing spot, a resistance spot for a move lower again. I'm not sure how much. Depends a little bit how price moves lower and how it moves up. But if it's a flag, for instance, then maybe more upside. If it's a stronger bounce, then maybe a continuation of this range territory. That's it for the moment, though, I think. Let me take a look at the weekly. Yeah, price is already clearly above last week's low. So otherwise, let's move over to the pound dollar. Yeah, on the 1-hour chart, looks like momentum, ABC, momentum flag for the moment. But I really need to see price break through the support to confirm that. That's this. Otherwise, it is, the moving averages are still aligned to the upside. So if it does break again and pull back, there could be a continuation. I wouldn't rule that out. But then again, if it breaks through the 21 EMA, I think still more likely a downside. All right, pound dollar. Well, pound dollar, obviously very simple, because massive downtrend, massive momentum, all of that mostly fueled by Brexit news and the fact that there could be a no-deal Brexit. And this pound dollar really strongly falling from 133 all the way down almost to basically almost 120. I think 121 here, just below 121. So what now? Well, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. So the bears are still, in my view, in control. Although there is, of course, some type of correction going on. That's clear at this moment. And if we look at the 4-hour chart, Then we're looking at candle number 27. So it's still okay in the breakout territory. I would say today and tomorrow, if it breaks, that's fine. If it breaks next week, it's still okay, but then this bear flag is becoming a little bit on the longer side, let me say it this way. So for the moment, this is pretty standard bear flag, but if next week it's still moving like this, then it's quite big, and in that case, it could be also used as a base for maybe a reversal, specifically if it breaks above the 21 EMA and hangs above it, and the 21 EMA starts to point up. Then you got to be careful. It might be a break to the upside too, and move up to the 144. So keeping an eye on basically the 21 EMA top and the 21 EMA low and the channel itself. So if it does break above like this and flag, then I think it could break above this 122 and move up. If it bounces here and then breaks, that could be a breakout and a continuation of the downside, right? For the moment, it looks like a bear flag. But we got to keep in mind on this 4-hour chart, although it's a very shallow angle, it is slightly trending up at this moment with a very, 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 very shallow angle. But it is slightly trending up. This channel, though, is very much looking like a bear flag. The question is, will that bear flag break? What I'm looking for is a clear 4-hour candle that can push through the support, and I'm looking for a breakout towards 120, although 120, anywhere around 120.50 already could be a spot where price responds to, but basically 120. And if I get a candle like that, I'm looking for downside, break of this flag, classical momentum correction continuation. And this momentum is huge. The angle here of this price is tremendous. The angle of the HMA is very steep, angle of 21 EMA is very steep, ton of candles below the 20 EMA, space between the 21 and 144, very classical characteristic momentum, followed by a very choppy and slow and very weak angled price action here that didn't even break the 23.6 fib. And if it does move up, by the way, another resistance spot could be the 38 and the 122.50 zone, by the way, which is also a top of the previous wave 4. So if it does break above the 20 EMA, it could go up to that level, but that could be a bouncing spot again for downside. Okay, so on the hourly chart, there was already, in some ways, earlier breakout here on the 1-hour chart, but that didn't go anywhere as yet. And price is still oscillating around that level, still below the 144 EMA, and did get a bounce there a couple of times. So if it breaks again, I think on the hourly chart, that could already indicate an early warning that the 4-hour chart might break as well, by the way. So yeah, I think that's about it for the moment. Strong weekly candles, so just waiting if there's enough momentum for a continuation this week. All right, traders, thanks for joining. Once again, if you're interested in trading waves, discretionary trading, or rules-based trading, all of that is SWAT offers very soon, because the course will be updated in the next months. New ebook is coming, new indicators, new strategies, all of that is coming. So if you want to get in early, now is a good moment. And anyhow, wish you good trading and see you soon. Cheers.